Hello, and welcome to our second lesson in Chemistry Foundations, where we will focus on chemical symbols. In today's lesson, we'll begin by interpreting chemical symbols. You will learn how to identify and interpret chemical symbols to represent atoms of different elements, whilst also recognizing that chemical symbols are used as a universal language in chemistry. Secondly, we'll look at using the periodic table. You will learn to effectively navigate the periodic table, which is a powerful tool that not only helps us identify elements, but also reveals trends and patterns in their properties. Let's get started. The periodic table is a systematic arrangement of all known elements. This is the one that you will be given in your GCSE exam. It allows chemists to see at a glance important information about each element, like its atomic number, symbol, and group. In this case, hydrogen is in group 1 of the periodic table. There are just over 100 elements. Recapping what we covered in the last lesson, elements are substances that consist of only one type of atom. Elements are arranged in the periodic table in order of increasing atomic number. Atomic numbers increase from left to right across a period and from top to bottom down a group in the periodic table. We'll touch on periods and rows in a moment. We know from our last lesson that the atomic number of an element represents the number of protons in an atom's nucleus. Chemical symbols are shorthand representations used to denote individual elements in chemistry. Each chemical symbol consists of 1 or 2 letters. The first letter is always capitalized, and if there is a second letter, it is always in lowercase. For example, H stands for hydrogen, He stands for helium, and O stands for oxygen. Symbols often come from the English name of the element, but some derive from Latin names. For instance, the symbol for sodium is Na, which comes from its Latin name natrium, and the symbol for potassium is K, from kalium. To make communication clear and efficient, scientists use these standardized symbols worldwide. For example, if we write H2O, everyone knows we mean water, which is composed of 2 hydrogen atoms and 1 oxygen atom. Now, let's explore the periodic table. If you look at the periodic table, you'll notice it's organized into rows and columns. Each element is placed in a specific location based on its atomic structure. The rows are called periods, and the columns are called groups or families. Elements in the same group often exhibit similar chemical properties. By studying the periodic table and familiarizing yourself with the symbols, you'll gain a deeper understanding of how elements interact, how compounds form, and the basics of chemical reactions. Today, we began by understanding that each element is represented by a unique chemical symbol, often derived from its English or Latin name. We also recognized that chemical symbols have different atomic numbers based on the number of protons in their nuclei. We also explored how to navigate the periodic table. We learned how to locate elements on the table and identify groups, which are vertical columns, and periods, which are horizontal rows. We understood that elements are categorized by atomic number and chemical properties. See you in our next lesson, where we will look at elements, compounds, and atoms.